I'm sure you love riddles. In fact, we all love good riddles. Riddles which tease us. Riddles which make us look like fools. In this video, you will get to solve 10 difficult riddles. Be warned, these riddles will blow your mind away. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up once you're done. A girl is caught in a room with 3 doors. She has to choose one door to get her freedom back. Behind the first door is fire that is not going to stop anytime soon. Behind the second door is 10,000 volts of electricity and nobody can escape the shock. And behind the third door are 2 tigers who haven't been given any food for a year. Which door will the girl use to escape to freedom? Remember, you can always go back in the video to repeat the riddle. Okay, your time is up. Tigers who haven't had any food for a year would be dead by now. So the correct answer to this riddle is the third door. He who makes it has no need for it. He who buys it doesn't use it. He who uses it neither sees it nor pays for it. What are we talking about here? If your answer was coffin, you're right. The coffin maker has no need for coffins. The friend or the relative of the deceased who buys a coffin doesn't use it. And the person who uses it doesn't see it, feel it, or pay for it. 2 fathers and their 2 sons go fishing together. They have a great time. They catch 1 fish each and bring it back home. They do not lose any fish, and yet, when they arrive at home, they only have 3 fish. How is this possible? Okay, your time is up. When they arrived home, they had only 3 fish because they were grandfather, his son, and his grandson. If you have got all the riddles right so far, give yourself a pat on the back. Else don't lose heart. Try your luck with the 4th riddle. A man walking through the countryside sees a huge billboard right across the road. As he stares at the billboard in admiration, quite a few people gather around him. One of the ladies says, "Hey, that man on the billboard looks a bit like you." At this, the man looking at the billboard turns towards the lady and says, "Brothers and sisters I have none, but that man's father is my father's son." Who is the man on the billboard? Okay, your time is up. The correct answer is his son. It is his son who is on the billboard he is admiring so much. Let me explain. Since the man does not have brothers or sisters, when he says my father's son, he is referring to himself. Wednesday, Frank and Clinton went to an Italian restaurant and had an awesome dinner. In the end, the waiter brought the bill, which they eventually paid and left the restaurant. But Frank and Clinton didn't pay the bill. So who paid for the food? The riddle had started with Wednesday, Frank and Clinton went to an Italian restaurant. Remember? Since Frank and Clinton didn't pay the bill, Wednesday the person paid. You thought I was referring to the day, didn't you? Okay, this one is a toughie. Hope you get this right. You are a public bus driver making multiple trips all over your city. At the first stop, 10 people get into the bus. And at the second stop, 5 people get off the bus. At the third stop, 7 people get in the bus. And at the fourth stop, the bus gets a flat tire and all the passengers get off the bus. Now for the question. What is the color of the driver's eyes? This riddle started off with the sentence, "You are a public bus driver making multiple trips all over your city." Which means, for the right answer, you should have seen the mirror. A man from Texas is trying to find love again after his first marriage of 20 years ends in a divorce. During his date with a 40-year-old pretty woman, the lady ends up asking, "So how many daughters do you have?" The man gives an indirect answer. He says, "They're all blondes, but 2. All brunettes, but 2. And all redheads, but 2. So how many daughters did he have?" The man from Texas had 3 daughters, 1 redhead, 1 blonde, and 1 brunette. Let's move on to the next riddle. Okay, this riddle is a toughie. You got to be really street smart to get this right. So what is common between a diamond and a dog? Well, they're both best friends. A dog is a man's best friend and a diamond is a lady's best friend. Got you there, didn't I? One painter and one carpenter are standing in the queue to buy tickets to see the Eiffel Tower from the top. While giving them 2 tickets, the lady at the ticketing counter asks, "Romantic holiday together?" The painter replies, "Yes. One of us is the father of the other's son." The lady at the ticketing counter just smiles and waves them goodbye. How is that possible? How can one of them be father of the other's son? The carpenter and the painter are husband and wife, and together they have a son. That's why one of them is father of the other's son. If you have answered all the riddles right till now, you are definitely a rock star. In that case, you should leave a comment in this video so others know about you. If not, don't lose heart just yet. We still got one last riddle. Here is the last riddle for you. Mr. Pomsky has 5 daughters. Each of his daughters has a brother. How many children does Mr. Pomsky have? Mr. Pomsky has 6 children. 5 daughters and 1 son, and that's how each of his daughters has a brother. Hope you like this collection of riddles we created just for you. Do let us know how many riddles you got correct in the comments section below. Do challenge your friends to beat your score by sharing this with them. And of course, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. For more such videos, subscribe to our channel, Time Pass Videos.